Recorded live with little to no editing. It's defense up. What's going on, everyone? How you doing? Today we have our first defense up for Crucible for Season 10. So this is for Amoss. He's been on the list a while. We did one for him at the tail end of Season 9, but I thought I'd kick off Season 10 with his defense. So he is in Plat 3, 73 million TCV, probably a little bit higher now. Probably closer to 80, maybe. Something like that. In between 75 and 80, I'd say. Okay, so for room 1, we are going to kind of dismantle quite a bit here. We're going to want Nightcrawler over in 4, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. Black Knight we're going to want in another room. Dawkins we're either going to do for offense or defense. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put like a Phoenix and a Bishop, and then in here, maybe like a Gore, if he has Gore. I can't remember if... Last time I talked to him, I think he was getting close to it, so probably Gore here. So Gore in there will counter the Tangled team that will beat this, and then the Pretons will still protect Logan. This is the assist room, so make everybody striker for the ISO. Logan will get more energy, speed bar and everything, and yeah, it should be still a nasty room that maybe like a Cabal would. You want your Cabal to go into there. And then room 2, we have it's kind of like a barrier, based around barrier type room. It's not really that great, but I think the 2 options you could do in room 2 are going to be like an out of time dorm, and that comp what I like to use for that comp is Starbrand, or you drop Cosmic Ghost Rider, you keep Starbrand, and you put dorm in there. So all of the out of time, drop Cosmic Ghost Rider, you can use him for offense, and yeah, then you have a pretty good room. I keep Starbrand or Raider for ISO. Cap can be like a healer or a skirmisher. Peggy could be a healer or a raider, and then like Dorm could be a striker, and Black Knight fortifier probably. So that would be the ISO for that room. The other option is Illuminati with Sasquatch, and if you don't have Captain Britain, then just drop Iron Man for Sasquatch. If you do have Captain Britain, it was pretty nasty team that I used in the tournament. I kept Captain Britain and put Sasquatch in there, so I ended up dropping Mr. Fantastic, but that was in room 1, so it was a little bit different because of the canceling the assists and everything. So that's what you would do for that. Now Illuminati there's some different ISO choices you could go. I think Captain Britain is always going to be a good striker, so that one doesn't really change. Hank in this room I think would be a good striker because he gives extra barrier on his ISO attack, his striker ISO attack. Sure, he's almost always a raider. Black Bolt, he could probably be a raider as well, and then Sasquatch a skirmisher. So there's that room. Now this room 3, we're going to move over to room 5 and pretty much call it good. So once we get to 5, that'll be a quick one. But for room 3, we're going to put the Super Scroll in here. We're going to do Gladiator. We're going to do Thanos, if he has Thanos. If he doesn't, we'll do Ultimus. And then we'll do Silver Surfer, and we'll do Vol. Now, this is the exposed room. So if we have Thanos and Vol and Scroll, that's 3 exposed out there, doing all sorts of their crazy stuff, plus they get an extra attack with these room rules with the exposed. So if somebody who has exposed gets hit, then they get another like basic attack added on to them. And that could be kind of nasty. So that's what I would suggest for this room. That's probably the best use of this room. The rules are pretty lackluster. Alright, so room 4 we talked about at the beginning, where we're going to put Nightcrawler in here. We're going to take out Dorm. Dorm we're going to put in room 2, maybe, if that's the way you decide to go. And so we're going to put Nightcrawler in here, and we're going to put Lady Deathstrike. We're going to take out Cyclops. So this one was pretty nasty in the tournament too that I had used. So but I did have one thing wrong, the positioning. So you want Lady Deathstrike on the end, and then like Gambit right here behind her. And then you could do like a Nightcrawler, or no, do Forge here, sorry. Forge here, Nightcrawler, and then Rogue. So what happens is when the person goes in to attack this room, your Extreme all go under Stealth, if they use like an MOE or something, right? So, everybody goes under Stealth except for Lady Deathstrike. So then Kang hits into that Lady Deathstrike over here, and he hits Gambit. Problem is, or the good thing is, I should say, is that if you hit Gambit, he's going to get more speed bar just because of his passive. He just gets speed bar, I think, on every turn. So that slow is really not going to matter to him too much. And then, if Lady Deathstrike gets low enough, she'll gain some evades. She'll get into stealth. She'll get the extra damage with that boosted, reworked stats that she just got. And it's just crazy. Plus, you have Nightcrawler to worry about. He's going to give speed bar to Lady Deathstrike. It's just a whole thing. It might... Some people might just say, I'm just going to throw Cabal at this because I don't want to deal with it. So, yeah. I was pretty proud of that team that I came up with. Not going to lie. So, yeah, that's the team I would recommend. Striker on Lady Deathstrike. You're going to do Raider on Gambit. You're going to do Healer on Forge. He has Raider right now. I think this is because of the Room 1 from Season 9. Raider on Nightcrawler. Oh, Raider on Nightcrawler's going here. Raider on Nightcrawler, and then you could do like a Skirmisher. I don't know. You could do Raider maybe. I don't really like Raider Rogue, but you do Skirmisher. Just nothing. Leave all those vulnerables for Lady Deathstrike, basically. So that would be the play here. Okay, so for Room 5, we're going to put the full Spider Society team in here. It's a great room for them. So, yeah, just go put them in there and you're set. ISOs, I like Peter on the end with a healer. I like, let's see, probably Noir here in the back row by Peter as a Raider. I like Pav in the middle as a Raider myself. There's some people like him Striker. Ghost Spider as a Raider in the other back row, and Penny as a Striker. So that's how you do that. And last but not least, we have Room 6, which is kind of like a Scourge room. So if you drop below 50%, you get Trauma. If you use your special, you get Ability Blocked, and if you use your ultimate, you get Blind. So Darkhold actually works pretty well in this room just because of how their ability order goes and their mechanics. Like they get immunity from Morgan if she specials. So a quick hold like this would be okay. Even like dropping Quicksilver and putting in Dakin, that's good. Or you could put the out of time Dorm in here if you do the Illuminati in 2, you could put the out of time Dorm in here because they actually out of time does really great in this room too. So a lot of different options. Out of time, I already went over the ISO choices for them. If you do Darkhold, definitely Morgan a Striker, definitely Agatha a Raider, or I'm sorry, a Skirmisher. Strange a Raider is fine. So if you use Dakin in here, he'll be a Raider, so Wong as Striker would be fine. If you have 2 Strikers, you might want to do Wong as a Skirmisher. Maybe. Just something to think about. That's something to keep in mind. There doesn't seem to be enough vulnerables if there's 3 Strikers and you only have 2, like a Raider and a Skirmisher. So, something to keep in mind there. So I do have my recommended team graphic out there. Now, of course, Defense Up is kind of roster specific. So it's not always going to apply my graphic. I try to make apply to 95% of the players out there. Just trying to make it more general. That's why I don't have Mephisto in here. I never have recommended APOC on defense, so you probably won't see him on defense for, who knows, maybe another couple more seasons until we get more crazy characters that come out. But make sure to go check out my graphic on the Brotherhood of the Storm server. I got the link in my description. And if you want to have your defense featured on Defense Up, make sure to hit me up in the Discord there. I will get you added to the list. And until next time, make sure you spend those resources wisely, and we will see you around. Recorded live with a little bit of editing. It's defense up. How's it going, everyone? How you doing? Now, if you don't have Captain Britain, I would throw in... Let's see... If you don't have Captain Britain, I would actually drop from the team, because we're going to put Sasquatch in there. I would probably still drop Iron Man. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so for room 3, we're going to do Annihilators and... Alright, so for room... Blah! Oh my god. Forge here, Cyclops, and then Rogue. So Rogue can stay. Everybody else is moving around. The reason for that is if the... Oh, wait.